So my studio is a dynamic environment. And as you watch through these videos, you're seeing the seasons change and the environment change as the studio changes. So anyway, today we're outside with the Able Carry Max, and this is the little intro video. I actually filmed the video review a couple days, and then I actually, even though I'd used it a little bit, I finally went out on a trip with it as a single bag travel, and it was amazing. And I love this size. It might eliminate the GR2 26 and 34 liters in my inventory. Probably not, but it does fit the gap in between those two bags very, very nicely. So here's the review. Here's what I think of the Able Carry Max. It's a Carryology award-winning bag. Why wouldn't you check it out? As you should. Anyway, it's in multicam black, the best color ever. So here's the review, the 30-liter Able Carry Max. Let's take a look. Today we're looking at a Carryology award-winning bag. This is the Able Carry Max. And at 30 liters, a little on the upper end of an everyday carry category. So mostly, in my opinion, it's a weekender bag. Anything, 2 to 3 days, plus everything you need to make a kind of weekend trip successful. So there's lots of room in here, lots of features, and it's really a fantastic bag. I originally wasn't on my list to look at soon. It was in the maybe future category, but then I discovered it in multicam black, and so I had to buy it. And now we are taking a look at this award-winning bag from Able Carry Max. Let's take a look at it. Let's do it. All right, so a lot of people have reviewed this bag already, so I'm not new to the fight, but this one is definitely an awesome bag for a lot of fantastic reasons. And of course, in multicam black, you just can't pass it up, right? Right. So this is, we're going to look at all the features that make this fantastic. And really, it's a very unique bag for a lot of reasons. The shape, a lot of the features that you don't see in any other bags. And really, it's a little big for me at 30 liters. So really, I can't justify this maybe everyday carry. But I've got it all packed out for weekender mode. And it's got some limitations at 30 liters. Some bags that it would compare directly with, the Kaiden 34 liter, or really any GR2 from GoRuck in that size, that 34 liter size. Maybe even a GR2 26 liter, although there's some, this is right in the middle of that in terms of capacity at 30 liters. So you got that to consider. So if you're looking for an in-between bag, if the 26 liters isn't quite enough, 34 liters is too much, then this would be a perfect sweet spot really right in the middle. And that's kind of sometimes where I end up. I pack out a 26 liter GR2 with all those compartments, and I think this is fantastic, but it's just a little tight. But the 34 liters is too much, so this is kind of fills that niche of right in between. So definitely going to be a keeper. As I've done in previous videos, some of the features that really make this awesome, if you're really going to do one bag travel for short durations, is some of the abilities to carry a water bottle externally. And so that's really one of the big standouts for me, is this ability to keep a water bottle externally and access it without having to dive into everything else. And this is the 18-ounce Yeti that you've seen in other videos, and it's kind of my go-to. And it definitely fits in there with a little room to spare. And this pocket outside goes all the way to the top. More about outside features later. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but this is, again, a great bag for that middle of the road weekender mode between a 26 and a 34 liter GR2. So more about that. Let's go outside. Not outside. Let's talk about the outside. So these are the outside features that really stand out to me. First of all, the shape of it is a little unique. And really, to be honest, when I first looked at it, it really wasn't that appealing. It's more egg shape, right? More ovalish. And the whole design of the bag is more that style. So it's not going to be your traditional sort of rectangular bag that the GR2s sort of fit, or more A-frame or A-style or pyramid style, like some of the, maybe the Evade 1.5 is, although that's not quite true once you all load it out. But this is just a different shape. And loaded out and packed out, it definitely kind of fills itself out. If you have it kind of not so full, it just kind of looks kind of clumpy to me, but packed out, it's definitely awesome. The first thing that you'll point out, and again, I'm kind of migrating away from vertical style pockets just because it doesn't normally fit my mode, but if you're the type of person that slings a bag over and wants to use these external pockets on the go in the airport or otherwise, then this would be maybe a bag for you. Although at 30 liters, a little big to sling it around in that style. But then again, like I said, vertical style pockets. We'll talk about inside features as we go. But this right now, and this is all packed out, but this front pocket fits perfectly the Cap 1L from Evergoods that I recently got. You could also put a wire dop mini, the half size in there, but I got that somewhere else. But the pockets on the inside here are horizontal. So even though the opening is vertical, whatever you have in here isn't going to necessarily fly out because these vertical pockets. There's a bigger one and then a very small one on the outside-ish side. There's a key loop, which is really nice. I'm glad they include that, although I don't typically have keys, but it would be nice to clip things in there. The cool thing about this little key ring is it's removable because it's just looped around another sewn in piece. And there's several other places you could put this key ring if this was not where you wanted to lash your keys. So I do like that feature, or if you just, for me, I don't carry keys, remove it. And then it's not in there. Very well built all over. It's gray ripstop on the inside and X-Pack outside in multicam black, which again is the best color ever. And so that's it for the inside. And this inside pocket goes all the way to the top. So you could get bigger items in here. It goes all the way to the bottom, and then it fits the contour of this front panel, which isn't clamshell exactly. It's a little bit smaller than the opening of the bag, but that's, I think, a positive when we get into the inside. So that's that front pocket. Rotating around, another highlight of this bag is this side handle, which is rigid and makes it very easy to grab it and carry. So as a travel bag, going to the airport, whatever, I mean, it's definitely a perfect, and it's well-built sewn-in handle all the way top. There's a side access pocket, another highlight. So on this side, you've got the water bottle pocket. On the right side from you, left side for me, this has got this other little side access pocket, which, this could be a little confusing. Maybe some improved zipper pulls for you, maybe color-coded or beaded or whatever you wanted to do, would differentiate this side pocket from the overall top access. Well, it's really the laptop area in the back. But this pocket here is, again, goes the full side of the bag. I have in here, jammed in there, I probably won't put it back in here right now, but what's in here is the wire dop mini. So the wire dop mini fits in this, kind of tight. I won't lie, probably not something I would keep in there normally, but then like I mentioned for the front, there's these little loops in here. So you could, again, put your key ring, loop it in here, and then you could have your keys in the side pocket. Maybe that's what you would do, because this pocket is a nice size for loose items. Maybe this would be maybe my charging pocket for everything charging related to be in here, and the front would be some of these bigger items that would be in the Cap 1. So you kind of have the way to live out of this bag, everyday carry mode, if you really needed a bigger everyday carry bag. But that's the side pocket. Already talked about this side, and no exclusively top access pocket for sunglasses. More about that as we go in this back pocket. But there's definitely lots of loops on the outside here. Padlock this bag to something else. There's a loop in the top handle, which again has a nice dimension to it. Lots of space, easy to grab, stand up, no problem. And again, lots of little loops in here. You could secure other items, carabiners, and use all that stuff. Again, on the side handles, little loops in here. So it's really well made, well thought out. A lot of nice little features in here that make this fantastic. Another really awesome feature about this bag is the lockability of the areas you really care about. So you can padlock the back zippered area, which is AquaGuard. Didn't mention that. The front's not AquaGuard, but this back pocket is AquaGuard zippered, so you can lock where your laptop and maybe expensive things are, and you can lock the main compartment as well. So all these zippers fit together, very nice and lockable, the two areas on the bag that you would want to lock anyway, the main compartment and this, and there's plenty of loops to padlock this thing to wherever you happen to be, so it wouldn't be liberated from wherever you happen to be. So that's it. So before we dive into these top pockets, the shoulder harness and straps are just very, very comfortable. Put it on the back, works out very well. A little bit of raised padding in here so we can get a little bit of airflow down the center. It also has a strap in there that is another handle, and also you could loop this over your luggage if you were that kind of person on traveling. If you traveled that way with rollerboards, that's pretty cool. And again, just very well fitting, no load lifters, but there are areas you could carabiner some stuff in here if you wanted to. And there is a sternum strap, which is adjustable. It can slide on an internal area here. You can slide that up or down to make it adjustable for you. And it's got a little elastic give in there, so again, it's more comfortable in everyday carry mode. Very nice sewn in X-Pack on the front, kind of protects things, makes it more polished in my opinion, and definitely adjustable. Little keepers down here on the straps, that's not something you see everywhere, so you can adjust it and then roll these things in, and so they're not moving around. Another thing about this sternum strap though that's really cool, don't you see this very often, is it's magnetic. So it's a very nice little feature, easy to hit on the go. So again, just a lot of little well thought out things in this bag that you just don't see anywhere else. So big props to Able Carry for putting together a fantastic bag, and that I can see and understand why it happens to be an award-winning bag from Carryology. So that's it. So, oh, and then never seen this on any other bag, and really it makes it stand out for someone that hangs all their bags on the wall, but it's got a single little loop hook here. So you can hook your bag wherever you want it, and it's not gonna hang it from this top handle, which, you know, most of my bags have a little tiny little divot in them from hanging on these hooks. It all works out, no problem, but this is just something you don't have to hang it from the top hook. You can hang it from this little hanger hook. Isn't that the best? That's the coolest thing I think I've ever seen on any bag, hands down. So let's dive into this top pocket before we go really into the inside. But and this is sort of on the inside, but this zippered area, again, AquaGuard, and it goes down to here on this side and then all the way down to here on the right side. So it's not going to open all the way over, and it really is only more accessible from this side, I would say, just because the way it unzips. And so inside here, and really it's kind of tight because I've got all the tech in there, but it does hold a lot of tech. And because it was so packed in there, I did fit the 12.9 inch iPad just in this bigger area. Now this other little sleeve that's in here will hold the full-size iPad. So you really could travel with, you know, 3 devices. But the bigger sleeve's got a little flap in there, but it will hold the 13-inch MacBook Pro, no problem. It'll definitely hold the bigger iPads for sure, and MacBook Pros, and really any laptop. So holds a ton of tech in the back, and again, if you're a person that needs to travel with both your laptop, which fits in there easily, and an iPad or some other bigger peripheral, bam, it's going to fit in there, no problem. There is a way to access the frame sheet via zipper, so if you wanted to replace it, take it out, or put a thicker one in there, you could do that for sure. And then, you know, I said there was no internal pocket, or no top pocket for sunglasses, but there is this internal pocket in this back area. So further hidden and secured. So you unzip that, and then you can get into this top pocket, which I have a pair of sunglasses in there, but you can put reading glasses or whatever. And then there's these little tiny sleeves inside there to put smaller items. So if you wanted to put maybe SD cards or thumb drives or something in there, you've got lots of little organization inside the Able Carry Max to put all those things in there. So really cool, really well thought out bag in terms of organization that I really do love. I would prefer a top pocket exclusively because, you know, that's just what I like, but that's fine with me the way they've got it set up because it's more protected from the elements with the AquaGuard zipper and lockable. So if you got AirPods or headphones in there, they would be totally protected. And wait, there's more. There's another external pocket that is kind of hidden in here, and you could totally hide this if you put the keeper upside. You would never even see this pocket, but this is a nice little, if I would characterize it, a document pocket. It goes to about here, so it's pretty deep as you would go. Perfect for passports, boarding passes, documents, wallet would fit in here, although not lockable, so you wouldn't want to maybe put that in there. However, just a really nice document pocket that is completely hidden. Nice little place to store things that would be quicker access. You're in the airport, need your boarding pass. Although who uses paper boarding passes? It's all on your phone. But if you needed that, maybe a great place to hide your passport. That's the outside. Well, let's one more thing. There's always one more thing. The bottom has these straps attached, and they loop all the way to the front. They're actually the same strap from the shoulder strap comes all the way in to the back. And so that's how that is designed. And there's some little loops in there. You could, if you wanted to put your foam roller on there or something like that, you could lash it to the bottom of this bag if that's what you needed to do. But anyway, just a nice little ability to really do just about anything with this bag. It does stand up, sort of. Depends on how full you have the bottom pushed out. But yeah, I would say it stands up. It's doing just fine on its own. So that's the outside. Let's do a quick look on the inside and see what I was able to fit inside. All right, so let's dive into the inside main compartment of the Able Carry Max. And the Able Carry Max, what a great bag. And a couple things that we'll show you right up front. There is 2 pockets. This one's not mesh, but a different material, slightly stretchier than the rest of the ripstop bag. But you could put stuff in here for sure. I don't have anything packed in there right now, but again, more probably charging, AirPods, that kind of stuff you could fit inside here. And again, totally accessible, mostly like the GoRuck bags, because you could just unzip the bag a little bit and then get in here pretty easily. So nice little features, again, on the Able Carry Max. So as we fold this thing back, not total clamshell, but it opens up so you can access the whole inside of the bag. Again, 2 pockets on the front panel, a little bit smaller because it's not, the whole size of the bag. This opening is smaller than the overall dimensions of the bag, but that's fine. In here, now I did try to put some running shoes at the very bottom of this, but just the fact that it's not totally flat on the bottom makes it kind of awkward to put running shoes on the bottom because of that rounded size. So just think about that. You would be hard pressed to put bigger running shoes in here and some other stuff, but it's possible. Probably, maybe, definitely a flip-flop kind of bag inside. But that's really all I would put. I don't think I'd be able to put additional pair of shoes on the inside, and definitely pack out for the weekend. So you're kind of stuck with the one shoes that you wore on whatever trip you have. Top part, I've got the venerable, always with me now, Evergoods Cap 2. This is the Phoenix version, so this just happens to be the right size. Mostly because the dimensions are perfect and it's just well laid out, well thought out, and organized. Perfect. You could, it's going to unpack itself. You could, if you wanted, definitely fit in the Step 22. Also would fit in there perfectly because this bag has the dimension to support the Step 22. So if that's your mode of travel, and again, this is also very well laid out, thought out, and executed bag. So if you wanted the little thicker Step 22, either one of those bags would fit in this sort of top pack area the way that I've laid it out. What else is in here? Well, 2 small packing cubes and then a medium packing cube. All Amazon, links in the description for all that stuff. And that all fit perfectly. And again, it's just a little more of a ovalish shape, not really square, rectangular-ish, that's fine. Whatever you have in this water bottle side is gonna, impinge on the inner side of this bag, so just think about that. The bigger the bottle, the less space you're gonna have in here. But, the 18-ounce Yeti pushes it out slightly, and again, nice dimension to this pocket to make this all just work out perfectly. On the other side of the inside, the pocket on this side would definitely push out a little bit inside, but there's another little feature that is kind of hard to see, but it's got another little sleeve pocket, and it's stretchy, so you could put another water bottle in. So if you wanted another one inside, this one is just brand new, you could put another water bottle. So now I got one on the outside and one in reserve on the inside, and again, it's going to take away from your inside space, but I don't know, I kind of like that. Some other little loops in there, so again, if you want to put your keys, attach another carabiner to put some other stuff in there, there's loops there, and there's another loop, boom, right here on the inside, so maybe that's where you put your keys, and they're all the way down actually. 1, 2, 3, nothing on the top, but and then on this side, 3 more, 1, 2, 3. So there's all these little loops. Very nice little detail, awesome bag. Inside out, tons of ways to pack this out. And this is again just in weekender mode. If you were going to do this in everyday carry, lots of capacity for multiple tech pouches stacked up in here, so you could be on the move. And again, with all these little pockets everywhere, it would be a really accessible bag if you needed 30 liters of capacity for your everyday carry. So today is the Able Carry Max, the Carryology award-winning bag that probably fits perfectly in your arsenal if you really want the sweet spot between the 26 liter GR2 and the 34 liter GR2. This really has a ton of features that make it different in terms of the way it packs out. So really, maybe if you're in a 26 liter instead of getting a 26 liter GR2, this would be a better option for you, just because the ability to trick it out with water bottles on the side has I would argue, a little better, more accessible laptop area, because on the go you can just whoop, take it out easier than you can with the GoRuck ones, which fit underneath the shoulder straps. Again, a little bigger profile of a bag, so think about that, but totally comfortable, way more comfortable than most of the other bags I've tested in the past. The ability to keep things in there and probably lose them, but your passport, and you know, if you have this bag, you can't find your passport, maybe check that pocket. The ability to hang this up when it's not in use, fantastic. The side handle, I love. And so really, this one is definitely a keeper, and really one to keep on the shelf for when you need that in-between bag for weekender mode, for sure, probably exclusively. You know, and I love the X-Pack, feels awesome on this version. No AquaGuard zippers except on the laptop compartment, so if that's a deal breaker for you, think about that. But you know, a lot of times you just don't need AquaGuard everywhere, and I do think it's a different look. Personally, with the X50, I do like the non-AquaGuard in most of the front areas. And then in the back where you really have the most expensive things, AquaGuard. So I agree with all their decisions, how they made it. The vertical pocket, you know, it's just kind of not my thing, but I do think it fits in the look of this bag because it just looks fantastic. So there you go. Let me know what you think of the Able Carry Max. And I've been so impressed with this bag that I'm probably going to order a couple of other Able Carry bags just to get them and compare them for the everyday carry size. So if you've got a recommendation, leave me a comment down below which one I should get and test it out in the near future. But I've got a lot of other great things coming up, from the Brown Buffalo and another Evergoods review and some other things, maybe even a GWA Citadel coming out hopefully soon. So that's it. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that look at the 30 liter Able Carry Max. Fantastic. Jeez, dog. 30 fantastic bag in a great size with a ton of features you don't see anywhere else. So love this bag for everything that it is. Might not exactly work as an everyday carry bag, but for single bag weekender mode, this might be the best. The GR2s have a lot going for them, but this one really has a ton that I really do love, and I just used it for a weekend, so I tested it all out and I'm still in love with this bag. So there you go. That's the Able Carry Max, and if you like it, links in the description. Check them out. Subscribe to the channel so you can see what's happening next. Lots of reviews coming out as summer hits, things that you're going to want to have on your bag as you hit the trail, hit the road, hit the train station, hit the airport, whatever it is. Now you don't have to wear a mask in the airport, so go take a trip. It's amazing. See ya. So there you go. Hopefully you liked that video of the 30 liter, 30 spider webs.